Hello. Howdy, howdy. What is happening with all of my peoples here in the place to be with Mr. Gooniac 33? What's up, everybody? Damn, the chat is jumping today. So, big shout out to all of you that are here already. We're going to count out every single one of you. Mr. Jack 78, I see you. What is happening? How are you doing, buddy? Haven't talked to you in a while. Glad to see you here. What is up? Followed by Mr. Big Chris. What's up with you, Big Chris? How you doing, buddy? Glad to see you are signed on again as usual. Mr. Victor RC Jets is here. It's not showing what you're posting, but I'm saying howdy to y'all anyway. It's not showing your little things you're posting, but it's all right. All good. Mr. Slapnuts, what's up with you? How are you doing? Thanks for being here. I know you love my music. And sorry for the hand launch gang signs. Whatever it is. Anyway, what's up, Spencer? Um, yeah, he thought I was throwing gang signs launching the plane. I launch left-handed, so when I throw, things look funny. Anyway, who else is here? Mr. The Fred Barron. I played that song for you. What's up, Fred Barron? How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Mr. Michael Bear, what's up with you? I see you here. How are you? Glad to see you're here. Randy living good. I just finished chatting with you on Mr. Just Bashing It, and I always chat with you on the other stuff. Thank you for being here again. Hope that the show is entertaining for you. And I know you love the music. You love it. I do it just for you, Spencer. Who else? Dawson Henry, what is up with you? How you doing? Jeff in Lower Alabama, what is up with you? Thank you for being here. We've got 12 in the room right so far. I think it's gone up to 13. But good to see people here. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that goodness. Just to keep the algorithm happy so it'll get more people to show up. So who else we got here? I got Jeff in Lower Alabama, Mr. CVO Hobo. What is up? He's saying howdy to everybody, which is good. Glad to see you here, my friend. Mr. Wild Bill, what's up? Hello to you as well. Mr. JCB67, he's here saying howdy to people. Look at him. Check him out. Who else? Let me see if there's anybody else. Did I miss Mr. Jono Edwards? He's here. What's up with Mr. Macho Man what is it called? Randy Macho Man Savage, whatever his name is. I love that character. He was the funniest dude ever. Anyway, what's up, Jono? Thanks for being here. Who else? Have I missed anybody? That's it for now. But what's up? Howdy, everyone. I'm glad to see you guys here. It's been a week since we were here last. And I decided to do things a little different today. Just because, why not? So I don't know if you guys have noticed in the description, but I have the usual stuff that's there in the description showing how to support the channel and such. But if you look in the description, I have a list of topics that I plan to talk about today. Since it's not going to be much of a hands-on thing, I do have a couple of things I want to show y'all that I've been working on. Last 2 days, I've been working on things. But I got other stuff I want to talk about because there's lots that's been going on. But as I said, there's the description shows you what is happening. I don't know if my headphones on. A little louder than that should be. I don't know why it does that. Anyway, so like I said, I'm doing things a little different. So take a look in the description. I've got all these different things that I'd like to talk about, and I'm going to do that a little bit just so that I'm not just sticking to one thing and, making it a little bit more interesting because there's a lot of stuff that's going on, and normally I don't write it down, so I kind of forget what it is I want to go over. But I've got 8 things listed there in the description. And I actually posted links as well, so you guys can check those out later. But I wanted to actually talk to y'all and see what's going on with everyone else before we get into that. So if there are any questions or anything of the sort, now would be the time to throw them out there, and maybe I can help y'all with something. Um, and if not, then we'll just skip right into what we were going to talk about. But if there are any questions, now is the time to ask. Hopefully, a few more people will show up. If not, all good. A lot of people have been looking at the replays, which is good. Um, Getting a lot more on replay than I am actually on showing in chat, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I just want to be able to interact with people, and this is for Urban Legends RC. So I always say I'm not about this influencer thing, and I'll explain what I mean. I know that anybody that gets on camera is an influencer in some way, shape, or form. However, my influencing, I want it to be more about information, aka education, me sharing my wisdom and stuff like that. It's not about me getting something from some company for free and that company telling me, "Hey, you need to do this for us and let everybody know that this is the best thing on the market." And blah blah blah. Anyway, I'm not that kind of an influencer. I'm somebody that wants to help educate and help people assist with the hobby in ways that I've been able to do things. So I am an influencer in a way. However, it's not in the way of, oh, hey, go buy this, go look at click the link, click my link and my affiliate link, and I have an Amazon store. And no, I'm not doing that. I'm just saying this is what's worked for me. This is how you do it, and I want to make you successful at it. That's it. So yes, I'm an influencer, but I'm not one of those fanboy type. Put it that way. Getting free stuff and saying, "Oh, hey, this was free," so I go tell everybody, "Oh, and it's great, but let's discount it." No, I ain't gonna do that. So everything that I recommend, I actually buy. Um, Everything that I say do, I've done, and if it's good, I'll tell you. If it's bad, I'll tell you. So forth and so on. So what's up with everybody else? And like I've said too, I'm planning on doing a little. I've been spending too much time doing complicated things. Nothing wrong with that. Complicated is good. I still have them. Not getting rid of them. It's just that it's time to go back to basics and do some things the way that they used to be done to show that you can still do it. AKA hand launch planes with no gyros, 2, 3, 4 channel aviation, just to try and do something different, get back to where it was. Once you start getting into the bigger stuff, you start dealing with gyros and all these other things that actually do more of the flying for you than you're actually doing yourself. So I'm trying to get back to show that I can do a little bit of everything. So hand launchers, park flyers, stuff like that. Because most people, that's what most people can do, what most people can afford. Not everybody can afford a turbine or a gigantic EDF. So, 90 millimeter EDFs, especially now, they've gone way up in price. When I bought my first 90 millimeter EDF, it was I still have the plane. I still fly it to this day. The 90 millimeter Freewing F-15, that was like the top of the line plane. And in a lot of ways, it still is. It has so many features. Just Bashing, what's up? Thanks for the handoff. And congratulations on your 1500. Guys, if you haven't checked out Just Bashing, check him out. He's an up and coming YouTuber. He's a RC car guy, and he does lots of cool stuff. Check him out. If you haven't subscribed to him, please do. He's a good dude. Check him out, please. But thank you for being here, Just Bashing it. So the F-15, out of all the RC planes on the market then and now, the Freewing 90 millimeter F-15 is still probably one of the best bargains out there because it's got absolutely every scale detail you can think of. It's got air brake, it's got flaps, it's got ailerons, elevator, the usuals. But it has sequence lights, sequence gear, all this stuff, and air brake, and all these things. And when I bought the plane, because I bought just the Kit Plus, that plane was $299. And that was a whole lot of plane for $299, even without the ESC and the EDF. I went through and did all of my own modifications. And like I said, I still have the plane to this day. And yes, as Mr. Garfield Houston says, that plane was awesome on 8S. However, once you change those nozzles, it changes the plane completely. 6S flies like the plane does on 8S. And now that I have the FMS fan that's in there now, oops, sorry. 7S flies like nothing else. So it's incredible. I haven't flown it in a while. I want to get out there and fly it again. But Garfield Houston, what's up to you? Thank you for doing all that research to figure out what the FMS fans could do. Because if it wasn't for you, I would have tried the FMS fan on 7S. And 7S in that airplane is insane, especially with those nozzles added to it. So anyway, what's up, Garfield? Thank you for being here. But yeah, so throw out questions if you got any. But as I was saying, the F-15 is the best bargain, had been the best bargain in RC EDFs in a long time, even when it was brand new. With the EDF unit, you could get it for $399 back then. $399. This was 2016, I believe, or maybe 16. It had a 12-blade inrunner, a 12-blade outrunner. And you could get that plane for $399. Actually, $369 first, then $399. And that was a lot of plane for the money. Did a lot, really good. But it's still out there. They still sell it. It's still a great plane. It's probably one of the best bargains out there for the super scale. I just need I need to do a little bit more research and figure out what nozzles can be changed and added on there easily without having to do something 3D printed. You could just buy something straight from Freewing and retrofit it. I use the 90 millimeter F-18 nozzles and it changed the plane completely. So anyway, so we're going to talk about stuff. I don't see many questions. I see people chatting, which is awesome. Thanks to everybody for chatting. And let's see. So Jeff and Laura, Alabama, everybody's talking to each other, which is great. And as I said, Garfield's, I don't know if I've talked about Garfield in a while, but Garfield is a good dude. He does a lot of testing. We've been talking for a long time on here. So we went back and forth asking questions for years. And then he started doing stuff. And I started asking him questions. Next thing you know, we're trying each other's methods, and things are working out great. So if you haven't checked out Garfield's Houston's profile, check him out. He's got a lot of cool stuff. He pushes things to the limit. He'll take a 6S plane and run it on 8S. I think he's one of the first people that ran the 9-blade inrunner fan from Freewing on 8S, and it works really good. But anyway, check him out. Good dude. Let's see. So who else said this? Somebody said something funny. Randy influenced you into getting a plane. Oh boy, what'd you get? We don't want to have any yard sales going on here. But what'd you get? Oh, he said yard sale find. All right, cool. Mr. Fred Barron, he's another one of my faithful subscribers from a long time ago. He said he got it early. Flies amazing, but sluggish taking off on success. Yeah. And the thing that I did when I first got mine, I ended up changing the fans. I got the inrunner fan and decided to use, I think I have it still. Let me grab one. Hold on. I'm going to shut the camera off for a second. But I got the inrunner fan, and then I got different motors to try. And that was something people hadn't been doing for the time. So I started with boat motors and car motors, because they were the only thing that I could find that would kind of work how I wanted it to. What is it, honey? You don't like your food? You want something different? Okay. My kitty's meowing over there. Anyway, so yes, it was sluggish and strange. But this is a fan that I had used for years, probably 5 years total, maybe even longer. So this is an old Freewing fan. This is one that they didn't sell much of, and this is before I got crazy with sharpening these edges and all this other stuff. But this is a 4092 boat motor. It's from Leopard Hobby. There it is, yeah. 4092, so 40 millimeter can, 92 millimeter length. It's heavy, but I was able to put this thing on 6S. What is it? What is it? What? I put this on 6S, and it had these individual fans balanced by the individual blades, and I was able to get that thing in the F-15 first, and it turned it into a rocket ship. Granted, it did have those big nozzles, so it was able to work, and it worked okay, but it was a lot of amps. So this one didn't pull as many as the other one. I had a 1600 kV fan that I did as well. Slightly different housing, but this fan went out of balance. That's why I took it out. But the motor was fine. Everything was fine. Everything worked. And then I switched out for the FMS in the F-22. But so yeah, I had put this in the F-15 first, and it worked really good, really heavy. But I was able to get really good performance out of that F-15. It flew better than it ever had. Made the most use I could out of those big nozzles, which were the wrong FSA or the wrong E-flux for the plane. Basically, the way that the F-15 is set up, it has the turkey feathers in the back that are set up like when the plane's at idle, which is like no thrust. So as you add throttle, the nozzle's supposed to close. And with the nozzles that I have on there now, it's in more of the closed position, so it's better. But anyway, F-15 was kind of a dog at first, just because of the way they did the nozzles. They wanted the nozzles to be scaled. I've got the nozzles right here. I can show you. So these nozzles, yeah, nozzles right here. This is basically the way that the fan looks. The nozzles look when they are at idle. So while they're cool and they look really pretty, this is idle. So you're not going to get any thrust out of this. And you have to throw a whole bunch of watts. It just eats watts because it's too big. So what I did was take the 90 millimeter F-18, thanks to Slap Nuts on here. He removed them from one of his planes that he wasn't using anymore. And I connected it to my F-15, and it totally changed the plane. Totally changed the plane. But let me get back to the chat and I see what you guys are doing here. Make sure I'm talking to everybody. So Randy said he doesn't know what it is, but it's old, looks probably toy grade. Not sure if it works yet. Hey, it doesn't matter. Do what you can, and if you need something, need help, let me know. You figure it out. John, Mr. Paul McNeil, what is up with you? Thank you for being here. Let's see. Everybody else is chatting, which is cool. So Mr. Garfield Houston, I just picked up the F4, thinking FMS 1850 on 7S or 1500 on 9S. Either one would work great. I think the best lightweight but super powerful setup is the 1850 7S. That would work really good. Because it's not 8S, you've got that little extra, you've got a little extra weight, or 9S because you've got all those extra batteries. You're able to get 8 to 9S type performance with the 7S. The F4 is a heavy bird, so adding more weight just makes it heavier. It does fly good. I've seen the 8S version flies really good. But I think the 1850 on 7S. I know the 1500 on 9S would probably be more efficient. But if you've got an active throttle thumb, the 1850 on 7S is your way to go. Cool plane. It is a very cool plane. So ESCs, and I'll get back to the others I see in there too. The ESCs that I've had very good luck with. The one that I had the most luck with, believe it or not, was the $40 Red Brick from Hobby King. That was really good. I had that for years. I had one hiccup, one hiccup with it, and once that happened, I swapped it out. Um, my F-22, I never had an issue with it with my red brick. What killed the plane was this. The plane was flying like crazy. It flew like a bat out of hell. It always flew wonderful, but this killed it. It was not the ESC. It was this. So the F-22 went down simply because of this. The ESC and everything else was still fine, because that the FMS fan was in there. Actually, this is it right here. So, but the next one, I think we talked about the ESC that the Skywalker, the new Skywalker. Those are the ones I'm using now. I actually have these as well, which are still made by Hobbywing. I've got a crap ton of ESCs, but this is a good one too. I just got some of these, the FMS Predator, the 120s. These come in a lot of their birds now, standard, and people don't realize that they're actually 8S capable out of the box. So you can get 8S with those. The red brick was a 200 amp ESC, and it would do it easily. I'd done over 250 amps because it has a burst current of higher. I'd done over 250 amps continuous for a long time on that bird. What the heck? These things are falling off my head. I can't adjust these. That's why I don't really like wearing them. Anyway, the red brick is good, but it's expensive. And yes, you're right. 100% correct. The Skywalker 80 amp is good. The Skywalker 120 amp is good. The 80 amps, I think those were okay. I had issues with the BEC. If you don't use the BEC on those, you're fine. AliExpress, or I forget who they were. They had the Tim Houston told me about them, and I ordered them from there, and they're great. The 8S capable Skywalker 120 amps, and they have a pretty high burst current too. But I have used those with very good. That's what's in the F-15 right now, and that's what I'm going to put in a couple of the birds down the road. So since we were talking, since we're going to, I don't see many questions coming out. I'm just going to get into what I was going to get into. So I don't know if anybody has noticed, but the first thing on the list to talk to today, and if you go back to my description and look in the description of this video, you'll see what I'm talking about. I've got them listed 1 through 8. Something showed up that surprised me. I wasn't expecting it. It was the Flyfans 64 millimeter F-35. I was not expecting them to put that thing out. It kind of surprised me. So let me get the link for you guys, and we will talk about it a little bit more. But let's see. So where does that? I have to open a link this way and copy it and paste it so you guys can see it. Copy. So here it is. I put it in the chat there. Take a look, maybe a little bit later, but it's from Flyfans, and it's a 35 millimeter F-35, and it actually looks really good. They have actually pretty good gear in it. Let me see if there's. Let me look this up. I might be able to share some of the links that they've got in there. This is from a different company called CML Distributions, but they copied it and they put all these things in there. So they say that it's not Flyfans, it's X-Fly. Oops, take that back. It's X-Fly, not Flyfans. It's an F-35A. It's got LEDs. It's got cool nozzles, and the retracts are what got me the most because it's got all metal retracts. This is a 64 millimeter. What else does it have? It's got, they say, a high performance 6S 64 millimeter EDF system paired with a 50 amp ESC that's with thrust reversing. And then also they say that this is something that can even be upgraded to a 70 millimeter net down the road with no modifications needed for a higher thrust to weight ratio. And you can actually buy the version with no gear, so you can do a hand launch. So it's kind of cool to see this. It's 750 millimeter wingspan. They don't have any other links other than this video, but don't pull away and look at the video now, but take a look after the show and click on all the links so you can see what it is that I'm talking about. It's a good looking plane. Pretty surprising. I don't know if it's related in any way to something that FMS did back in the day, because that's what they do with XY. They kind of take stuff from FMS, but it's pretty cool. I'm liking to see that there's something that's smaller and something that's a little bit more affordable, a little bit more easy to transport. Take a look. And yes, Garfield, that's 150 amp burst, and I know it does more than that. I pushed it a little harder than that. You can change the settings in there to fit however you want. You can turn off the cutoff and do all that stuff, and if it goes too high, you just burn it up. And it didn't cost me much. I think it cost me, what, $70, maybe even less. But and yeah, what's up, Keith Christie? Thank you for coming by. Thank you for being here as always. But yeah, I put the link there for the video. So this is what you should do. After we watch this, after you guys watch this and hang out with me, go back and look in the description and click all those links, because I have links to everything that I'm talking about, with the exception of the things I'm going to show you that I'm doing. But yes, it's a 35 millimeter, a 64 millimeter F-35. It's totally surprised me. I wasn't expecting it. And it is from XFly. So I don't know if it's going to be something that will be available from Banana Hobby or not, because this is a different company. It's called CML Distribution. It's got the video out. But take a look at that later. And seeing something that's going to be 64 millimeter means it's not going to be crazy expensive. But they did spend the time and effort putting in LEDs, metal retracts, full metal retracts, not just the oleos. I mean, like the actual mechanism itself is it's going to be metal, which is good. So Twin City Moo, what's up? I see you there. And yeah, I think Salt was talking about it on Plane Reviews channel, which is cool. Good to see you here too, Twin City Moo. Glad to see you're on. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to try to shout out everybody that's in the chat as I see it. So Fred Barron, it's funny that you bring that up, because I am actually going to be doing more stuff with that plane. I have it. I haven't finished everything on it. I have to put the in-runner fan that I got and the ESC that I bought, put in there for it. So that's something that's got to change, and it's going to be happening here pretty soon. I'm off for this week, so I'm probably going to do that. I have to talk about something else in a little bit, but that's what slowed me down, because I would have been doing more stuff today, but something else got in the way. But yes, it's a good deal, $199 from Banana Hobby. So that's the number one topic, was the F-35 from XFly. That's going to be 64 millimeter, fully loaded with features for 64 millimeter, which is good. So that's one. The next one that kind of threw me off, I was not expecting, was this is something that Spencer actually brought to our attention. And I'm going to share the link here, but again, check it out later. Don't check it out right now, but it's going to be in the description of this. But I'm going to put it in my chat so you guys can see. It is, what's up, RC Pilot Will? This new plane from Freewing. It's called the ARES, and it's a 3D 90 millimeter EDF jet. So it's something that they were going to debut a while ago, but they just held off on it. And now that technology has advanced to where it is, they're able to take full advantage of this type of an airplane. I think it's probably the 90 millimeter Avanti from FMS probably influenced them to to get busy on this and actually get this thing done, because this is Avanti-esque, Avanti-like. But take a look at that a little bit later. It's this all new 3D 90mm EDF sport jet like the Avanti, and it originates from SebArt's original design. It was originally initiated in 2021, and then after 4 years, it's finally been created and will officially launch on August 15th. So that's something cool to look out for, and it's another sport jet, but it looks like a very capable sport jet. And the videos are pretty impressive. So check that video out after the show. Again, all these links are going to be in my description, showing you what they are and what's going on with it. But take a look at that when you get a chance, because that's going to be pretty cool. Because we've already got, like I said, the FMS 90mm Avanti, which is already pretty cool with their 3D vectoring nozzle that they sell for that plane. So now you've got another one out there, which is cool. You know, the more that get added to the list, the competition's better. It makes things much more affordable and better for the consumer. So that's good. So now you have something from Freewing and something from FMS to go after. So once you get done with this show, go take a look at that. And again, it's all in my description, so you can see that. So let's see who else showed up. RC Pilot Will, what's up, man? How are you doing? Thank you for being here. I've been watching your videos. We're going to talk about a plane that you've been flying, and I think I might have listed you or either RC Plane Reviewer as the video, but take a look. But anyway, thanks for being here, Pilot Will. FAA has new rules. Okay, that's nice. They have never been able to enforce the rules that they already have in place that are unenforceable. So if they've got new rules, that's great. How are they going to enforce them unless it's some crazy drone dude doing something they shouldn't be doing? I fly it free of field, so I ain't worried about nothing to do with FAA. Don't have to worry about it. Try to stay away from them anyway, because they don't know what they're doing. Anytime I did what the FAA said to do, the tower was like, why are you calling me? You shouldn't. There's no point in calling me. I don't care if they've told you to call us. Don't call us. We're too busy with real stuff. So whatever. Anyway, FAA, blah. Blah. Let's see what else is going. Okay, so let's get back on the list. So we've got those two out of the way. So now this is something I was just talking to RC Will about. The video I posted is from RC Plane Reviewer, so let's go take a look at that. It's a good flight review of the plane. It's the Flyfans J20. Pretty impressed by it. It's using X-Fly fans, which is cool. Twin 70, 2000 kV motors of the 3060 variety. And the plane looks pretty good. I've been wanting to see a J20 for a long time, and this one actually looks really good. It's got a gyro built in from the factory. Like I said, twin 70s, full metal retracts. It's made with EPO. It's got the canards, which can be adjusted from inside the canopy. Big battery bay, all that stuff. The plane is fast. It's incredibly fast. So from the videos, and it's basically like an F-22 made in reverse. So the tail is in the front and the main wings are in the back, but it has full flying stabs, full flying vertical stabilizers, which is pretty cool. But that is a really cool plane, something totally different, not like anything else out there. Again, the link is there in the description. I've got a link to RC Plane Reviewer's video, and RC Pilot Will is there doing the filming for Bobby. But take a look at that plane. That's probably one that I plan on getting somewhere down the road. Not right away, but in a little bit. I have a whole bunch of planes I still have to make, so I have to finish. I've got 2 other planes still here in the house that I got to finish. I have 2 others that I'm going to show you that I got done. But the Flyfans J20B Mighty Dragon, that looks pretty cool. And that's number 3 on my list of planes that we were going to talk about today. So again, take a look at this stuff after the show is over, so you don't have to pull away from here. But lots of stuff to look at. It's going to be kind of cool to see. So the next one on the list believe it or not, we've got another RC F22. This is a Flyfans 64 millimeter F22, and I've got a link there to a video that's not from the US. So I don't know if this is actually going to be sold here in the USA, but it's still pretty cool to see, and it looks like it's going to be totally loaded with features as well, similar to what the Flyfans F35 is going to be. Oh, not Flyfans, X-Fly. Similar to what the X-Fly 64 F35 is going to be, loaded with features. LEDs. It's got a 6S capable EDF unit, all metal landing gear. It's full on all the controls that you need. But it's something to look forward to if they bring it here. I'm not sure if they're going to bring it here to the US, but if they do, that's going to be cool. And I'm enjoying the fact that we can get something small instead of having something really big. So yeah, I thought I saw Jeremy Soltis testing it, which is cool. It looks like a good plane. Flyfans, they've been doing good stuff. So it looks like RC Pilot Will says I've got the box bypass on 10 channel AS3. I know you do everything full house. But from what I could see, it looked like it flew good stock. I just want to fly the plane stock. I don't think I need to add all that extra stuff, but it's cool to see that you're able to do that and that you do all that, which is cool. So next on the list is something of my own. So I've had several ME163s. I've had two to date. I had the very first one, which was green. Flew that like crazy, and then ended up crashing it trying to keep from killing one of my good friend's plane. Frank Mulcahy I was flying with him, and he was flying his big FMS F9F, and I was doing a spin, and I was low, and I saw him coming by, so I kept the spin a little longer than I should have, just to protect his plane, because my plane is not worth nearly as much as his was, and I couldn't get out of the spin and kersplat, smack the ground. So that was done. The plane that I'm hand launching in the video, on the picture of the video where it looks like I'm throwing gang signs, that was my second one, which was the red ME163, and I've had that one for a while. That thing's flown awesome. I put a reversing ESC in there to see if I could do stuff with the prop, and it was kind of funky with that. But Hobby King came out with a newer version, which is a different paint scheme, which is pretty cool. I've got it right here. And I finished that today. I actually have done some stuff with this plane on the channel. I actually went through and showed you guys how I put the little bind plug safety switch in here for when I use rockets or LEDs or smoke, whatever, with this thing. So showed you guys how I do that, and then put in the RC electronic controlled switch, ESC receiver controlled switch, and then I changed the connector to one of those T plugs from Hobby King, which are stronger than Dean's. Let's see what else. So I got the prop on. I'm gonna see if this is balanced. If not, I'm gonna actually balance it on the channel so you guys can see. But I had to put it together today. Finished putting it together today. Hobby King actually provides tape that lines up with the scheme on the plane. This motor is actually pretty capable too. This is going to be on 4S. I want to fly this on 4S. Let's see underneath. There were a little issues with this, but I made it work. And I have my videos. I don't have the videos for this one, but I do have several videos of me flying the others. These things are awesome. 3S, they fly really good, and I hand launched them. What was that? Oh, beautiful. So they fly really well. This one has landing gear. They widened the landing gear to make them easier to take off. This actually has a little tail wheel on the back too. But I don't plan on using this because you can actually eject the landing gear. When you flick a switch, it has a magnet that pushes it out, which is great. This is a cool little plane. Lots of fun. And no, Fred Barron, it is not a Dean's. Because Dean's is not the most powerful connector. This is the most powerful connector. These are capable of 100 amps, whereas Dean's are only capable of 60. So people want to talk about Dean's. I'm going to talk about these T-plugs because these T-plugs are the best. The bestest of the bestest. But yeah. Anyway, so got this thing finished today. I worked on this today. This will be fun to have something clean, something nice and new to fly. Hobby King, the Durafly did a good job on these. They are very capable little birds, even if it's just going to be on. What am I touching? Even if it's just going to be on 3S, but I'm going to fly mine on a 4S 2200. So Mountain RC, what is up? Thank you for coming by to say howdy. Much appreciated. But yeah, the most powerful connector in RC. Yeah, yes, very much so, very much so. So let's see what else is on the list. So I got that thing together today, which was great. And then I have another one of my own. And I've got links in the description there showing you some shorts or videos that I've done. Sorry for my voice getting weird. I don't understand why, but I've got water. I've got water here. We drank some water. But so let's talk about another little bird that I have, which is related to the one that I just showed you. They look a lot alike. But we have the Lippish P15. I had been working on this for a while. I did the LEDs first. I think I showed you guys all that already. I did that on the show. Got LEDs on there. But the biggest thing with this plane, I did not want to use a 5-blade fan. So I had an X-Fly 64 millimeter, 12-blade. 3200 kV that I wanted to put in here, and it took a little bit of work to get it in. I had to do a lot of Dremel work to get the lip to fit, and it just took a little bit of time. And then I had to make room for the ESC. I have a Hobby King ESC in there. Here you can see it there. A Hobby King 60 amp super simple ESC in there. Had to make room for all of this stuff. This is basically a whole totally custom job. It looks factory from the outside, but I went through and did all of this extra stuff. The main thing I have to do with these fan modifications is to make sure that inside there's no lip, so that I'm not losing any performance. So I got this to fit factory. There's a little bit of dust in there. That's why it looks like there's something in the way. But I went through and did all that work, got this going, and I will get this made, and hopefully within the next week or so. It's going to take a 4S 2200 as well, but it's a little bit smaller than the ME163, but it's EDF, which is cool. And it's going to be and I've already run this up with the 2200, but it was at storage charge. And this thing was already ripping out of my hands. So I'm pretty excited about getting this one going, because nothing quite as fun as having a hand launch plane that just does way more than you're expecting it to do. And I think that that's probably going to be one of those that just goes above and beyond what I was expecting it to do. So again, I have the 2 videos listed that I've done on the P15 in the description. Check them out after the show. But it's going to be fun. I'm going to hopefully get some good hat cam video of this when I get it going. I've got other cameras I'm going to try eventually too, but I've got the hat cam ready to document my craziness with that plane. Hat cam is really good for hand launches because you get to see how I do it. Throwing my gang signs after I launch it. So that's that. Now the next one, let's copy it another way. I don't want to do it through YouTube. So it ends up making it a very long link. So this is something a lot of other people have gotten happy over. And I figured I'd post it so that you guys could see it too, because it's UMX, and UMX works for a lot of people. UMX does not work for me a lot of the time, simply because they use EPS foam, and EPS foam, these big old mitts end up destroying. So again, that's from Brian Phillips. It's a long ass video. He does videos that are really long, but the good thing is he always does the flying first, so you can watch that, and then if there's other stuff you want to get into, you look further down the road. But it's a little scrappy. The micro scrappy is out, and it's a pretty cool looking little model. From what I can tell, they used the Draco wing, which is kind of disappointing. They didn't do something different, but they used the Draco wing. They did change the paint, which is good, and they did change the propeller to look like Scrappy's, which is good. So that's a cool little plane. It's UMX. You get it from Horizon Hobby or their affiliates, which is cool. But check that thing out. That's something that's good for a park flyer, good to take anywhere where you've got limited space. But it does fly like a big plane from what I can tell from the videos. So it's definitely something to check out. And the UMX planes are always pretty good with their AS3X stuff and their safe technology. I use safe on my my little UMX Ultrix just for the fun of it sometimes, just to see how well it flies in safe. I don't like safe just because it limits what I'm able to do. But if you get into trouble and you lose orientation or whatever, flipping on safe will save the plane. So it's definitely worth it. But check out the video later. If you like Brian Phillips, check him out and check out how he sets the thing up. He uses an NX10 like I do. Again, his videos are long, but he always does the flying first, so you can get that out of the way. And then if you want to see how he does the setup and other stuff, he walks you through it later, which is really good. Some of his videos are really long, and there's no way in hell I would sit there and watch a 2-hour video. I'm going to skip through and get to where I need to, but totally worth watching. This is a 2-hour and 23-minute long video, which is a long time. But if you don't know how to set this up and want to know how to set it up, definitely worth the time to check him out. It's not for everybody, but I think he's a good dude. Always been good to me, so I post stuff about him when I can. That's not an influence. Stop it, Fred Barron. That's me just saying. I'm pointing you in the right direction. I'm not saying to go buy it because it's the biggest, baddest, bestest thing on the world. Oh my God, it's the best thing ever, and I'll give you 20% discount, and click my link and it'll give me a little bit of an effect. No, I ain't gonna do that. Just don't call it an influence, man. Not at all. Stop it. Nope, not at all. Nope. But he's a good dude. Check it out. If you want to go check him out as an influencer, he's actually probably better at it because he doesn't do the whole schmooze like most of these people do. So anyway, influencer, flincer, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, let's see what else. So that is number 7 on the list. Now here's another one that was actually really surprising that I wasn't expecting. And again, it's another link from Brian Phillips because, like I said, he's probably one of the least influencer type influencers that are out there. And it is of this new Avios 2.2 millimeter Cobas glider, which is something totally different than what we see out there from manufacturers. Usually we see the Fox glider. There's that Blanick one that they did a while back. But this is something totally different. It's a Swiss plane, and Hobby King did it, and Hobby King actually did a really good job on this. They've been doing really good on all their planes lately. I don't know why so many people have issues with Hobby King, but their planes aren't perfect. but you also don't pay an arm and a leg for them. So again, this is a Brian Phillips video. This one's not quite as long. He uses safe in his video. This one's 44 minutes long, but if you want to see how the plane flies, check it out. And he has affiliate links and all that. I don't, because I don't work that way, but he's got all these different links for the video for the plane. It looks like a pretty cool plane. It's $450, but for the size and the performance you're getting, it's not bad. I don't plan on buying one, but if that's your type of thing, take a look, because like I said, Hobby King's been doing some really good stuff. What I ended up getting was that little rear bear that they're selling, and I like their little racer series that they've got. So I've gotten those planes because they're cheap, 3-channel or 4-channel, and super easy. But if you like gliders, check this one out. It's definitely worth looking at. And it's pretty cool. It was just released. The reason why I'm bringing up all these planes is because there's stuff that was just released. And if you're looking to see what there is that's new and exciting out there, hopefully the ones that I posted will be new and exciting to you, and you'll go take a look and see. Because you never stop the RC. RC is a very cool hobby, and I'm just getting back into the car scene too. But take a look. So I think that's pretty much it for the stuff that I'm influencing or informing you guys about. And then take a look at all the other stuff I've got my links to, showing my website, Facebook page, how to donate to the channel, etc. I still do have merch if you'd like to take a look. But that's pretty much it for what I wanted to show y'all. And then let's catch up on the chat here. I see my voice is getting strange again because I'm getting all hoarse. I'm getting old. There we go. That's better. So that's what I had to share with y'all today. I showed you the couple planes that I've got. Still got more to go. I really need to get that rare bear done. I really need to get that other plane, which is the little Arrows Avanti, done as well. So I don't even know if I call it pushing what I like. I'm just telling you guys what I like and saying that it's cool stuff that I enjoy. It's worked for me. You may want to take a look. I'm not saying go buy the best thing. It's the best thing ever. Oh, it's the best. Oh, no. There's a whole bunch of people that will do that. I mean, you got to be objective. That's what I like about Brian Phillips. He will show you the plane. He'll show you what he likes and dislikes, but he'll also be objective about it. So, So let's see here what else we got going. There's Wiggle Fingers here. I think Wiggle Fingers showed up. Yes, there he is. What's up, Wiggle Fingers? Thank you for coming by. I show 15 in the chat right now, which is really cool. So thank you guys for being here. Very cool to see you. And Fred Barron, let's see. So potato water and shot glasses for all. Oh, that's funny. So let's see. Mountain RC. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you were 18 when I was born, but still. I just turned the big 5-0 a couple months ago. So, and I know you're joking, RC. Mr. Victor RC. I know you're joking. But if you dish it, you must take it. So I give it back to you. But anyway. There you go. There you go. You got it exactly, Wiggle Fingers. That's what it is. It's not because of me getting the plane for free. It's because I'm saying I like it. That's pretty much it. Simple as that. A lot of these guys, they get stuff for free and then start pushing it out there like it's the best thing ever. I ain't about that. I ain't about that at all. So, and yes, happy birthday, Fred. I think it was your birthday yesterday. I don't remember, but happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'm going to get a soundboard on here pretty soon so I can have all these different things pop up. All these different sounds I want. I had my kid I asked my kid to find them for me, and he said, "Well, you can find them here." And I said, "I asked you to do it," and he wouldn't do it. But anyway, I'll have a soundboard with all the funny sounds that I like. I'm trying to get something with, what's his name? I want to get a soundboard for Cartman more than anything, because a lot of those things that he says just crack me up. But yeah. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. And as somebody said, who was it? And he just posted it up there a little bit ago. I said, "Hey, where is it? It went away. What the heck? There it is. Wigglefinger said it. I'm gonna say it again. Cool when you can share what we like. Yes, and it's what I like, and it's not because I was told to show it in a certain light. Because that's what's happening now with a lot of these influencers. They're being told by the company, you got to make it look good. And I'm like, just because you got it for free doesn't mean it's going to make it any better. So that's the point that I'm trying to make. I don't want to get stuff for free and tell y'all to buy it just because I got it for free, and they're going to give me a little bit of a cut every time somebody clicks on my link. I ain't about that. Ain't about it. Ain't about it at all. No, I will not do it. So, I'm showing you what I like, showing you what's worked for me. If you want to buy it, great. If you don't, great. It's not going to affect me either way. Other than you asking me questions and asking me to help you. That's the only way it would affect me. It's not going to put any money in my pocket. Not unless you buy stuff directly from Gooniac, from his stuff. But other than that, like I said, all I'm trying to do is help y'all. So I'm Ty, if you're watching. Urban Legends, are you watching? No, I ain't no influencer. No, damn it. I don't care what you try to say. I influence in the right way, which is telling you guys what I like. Not saying that it's the best of the best simply because I like it. I'm just telling you I like it. That's it. And I know it's a running joke. Don't think I'm being serious. I get it. I know what you're saying. We're all influencers in a way, simply because our face is on screen and we're telling people things to do. I get it. But I'm not doing it the way that they want. Put it that way. I'm a rebel. I'm going to do it my way only. And that is, I like it. You should check it out. That's not influencing at all. That's just saying, if you like the kind of stuff I like, check it out. But anyway, 16 people in the chat again, which is great. Thank to all y'all. Please, I hope you hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, I hope you subscribe to the channel and click the bell so that it will show you when I post stuff. I've been posting a lot more threads lately. Shorts. I'm sorry. I hate just saying shorts because people think I'm talking about my actual shorts. No, I'm posting a lot of short videos on on YouTube lately. Because it's all the stuff that I like, which is cars, RC planes, and real planes. So, yeah. Fred Barron likes turtles. Victor RCs. I can't sing. Surely you can't be serious. No, I can't. Just like you never are either. What else? Jeff and Laura, Alabama, thank you, my friend. Thank you for being here. I know it's late over there where you guys are, so I appreciate y'all being here. I'm glad that you like turtles. We actually have wild turtles out here, too. I know you're probably talking about something else, but I'm saying that anyway. We got turtles out here of all different kinds. They don't snap at you, but they do swim and eat fish and other stuff. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, I'm more into infotainment. So I like to entertain, but also inform about stuff that works for me and stuff that's been good to me, and etc. So yeah, and I'll start off a little bit today because I actually had a little incident yesterday trying to get around some annoying ass Honda Civic that decided he didn't like me getting around him and tried to run me off the road. So I bent my wheel on my car, and thankfully it wasn't bent as bad as I thought. So they are going to repair it. And then I have new tires coming, all that other goodness. But we're going to get that car back to normal. So I didn't do as much as I would have been doing because I was dealing with my car. But yeah, so glad. Thankfully, I didn't go flying off the side of the hill like everyone else has been doing. I don't think I've even told my wife about it yet. But I sent something to my Sunday because I've had to go up there and get him a few times. We even spent the night up there once because we couldn't get his car down. So I sent him a picture of my car on a little donut, saying the same thing I said to him. But anyway, so yeah, my car is out of commission just for a couple days, getting the tire repaired, wheel repaired, and then I'll put the old tires back on till the new ones show up. And there we go. But yeah, so that's it for the day. Hope you guys are never going to stop the RC and keep flying and be successful at what you're doing. And if you like what I do on the channel, like, share, comment, subscribe, tell everybody that Gooniac is doing videos again, and try to help the people out there instead of telling them to buy stuff that I was given for free. But anyway, that's it. Good night to everybody. I'm going to leave up the chat for a little bit as I sign out, because I know we've got 16 people still here. But I'm going to get going because I'm getting all weird in my throat and such. So, never stop the RC. Check out all the people that are showing up on live streams. Man, that's what I messed up on. I should have had the comments on the stage showing the whole time. But anyway, I have to remember to do that next time. I meant to click that in the comments. Show the comments on the stage. But yes, be sure to check everybody out that's doing our live streams. I'm gonna need to come up with a list of all the people that are doing live streams now, because I'm trying to support everybody because they support me too, which I appreciate. Just Passionate, Urban Legends RC, Pilot Ryan. There's a few other people out there too. I know Kenny's still doing videos. RC Plane Reviewer does videos. Jeff in Lower Alabama does videos. So there's people that do videos all night, all throughout the week. And there's people that do videos today. So anyway, thanks to everybody. I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna be posting more stuff, so keep your eyes open, and I will talk to y'all on the next show. Adios.